Any of you guys been watching videos like this? There's so much of this AI stuff on the internet these days. Um, of course, we can't believe a single word any of these AI produced videos is saying because they're not coming from an authentic human being. And they obviously aren't being created by the actual person, because why make an AI video of yourself? So you've got videos in relation to Elon Musk, and then there's this one here from Mikhail Kaku, and it's in relation to this 3I Atlas meteorite that's coming into our solar system, and there's a lot of bizarre stuff that's been spoken about that. But you've got videos like this one here from supposedly Mikhail Kaku, but of course it isn't. And he's saying that this meteorite is millions years old, potentially. It's actually a robot. It's super high level AI, and it's making machinations and
Conventional comets release water vapor, carbon dioxide, dust particles, but electromagnetic emissions with phase coherence, organized radio interference encoding mathematical sequences, there exists no known mechanism through which sublimating ices or escaping gases could produce such effects. The physics simply doesn't support this interpretation. What about interactions between 3I Atlas's magnetic field and the interplanetary medium? This seems more promising initially. Charged particles flowing through magnetic.
Now, this video, on the face of it, it all sounds very kosher. It doesn't sound like it's a load of rubbish and super fear mongering, anything like that. It's been done very, very well, and it would be the sort of rhetoric that a scientist like Mikhail Kalku would offer if it was in actual fact true. But whether it is true or not, I don't know, because it's very, very difficult to discern. I've listened to quite a lot of videos about this meteorite, but they're all repeating the same sort of thing. And so we've got to wait for this next couple of weeks to pass before we're really going to have a much better idea as to what this. If for those of you that don't know, watch the videos. You got to watch the videos to get things in perspective. But if this is a kosher video, it is absolutely massive. It's cosmologically transforming. It's just so crazy, it's so out there, it's so over and above anything we've ever been told and considered that we know. It's a whole different ball game. We're not alone in the cosmos. So I'll just skip through a few bits of it, see if they come to
Field lines can
the
exist
important
remaining
parts.
until perihelion. The situation has escalated in ways that push us even further beyond conventional understanding. The James Webb Space Telescope, humanity's most sophisticated infrared observatory, detected something that has the entire astronomical community in emergency consultation mode. 3I Atlas is emitting thermal radiation in a pattern that violates the fundamental principles of thermodynamics. Let me explain what this means. Every object in the universe above absolute zero radiates thermal energy. The hotter something is, the more energy it radiates, and this relationship follows precise mathematical laws formulated by Max Planck over a century ago. These aren't suggestions or approximations, they're ironclad physical principles verified through countless experiments and observations. Yet 3I Atlas appears to be selectively radiating more energy in specific directions than in others, creating a directional thermal emission pattern. In conventional physics, this requires either rotation with varying surface temperatures or some form of focusing mechanism, like a parabolic reflector. But spectroscopic analysis shows 3I Atlas maintains remarkably uniform surface composition and temperature across its entire visible hemisphere. There should be no mechanism producing directional preference. And here's the detail that transforms this from merely puzzling to genuinely alarming. The direction of maximum thermal emission is pointing almost exactly toward Earth. Not toward the sun, which would make sense if solar heating were driving asymmetric outgassing, not along its trajectory vector, which might suggest some form of thrust effect, directly toward our planet, maintained with precision as both objects move through their respective orbits. Dr. James Nkomo from the European Southern Observatory ran the calculations independently, and his conclusion arrived blunt and unambiguous. Either we're fundamentally wrong about thermal radiation physics, which would overturn 150 years of validated science, or we're observing deliberate beaming. There exists no third option that reconciles the data with natural processes. Deliberate beaming. Think carefully about that phrase. It implies intentionality. It suggests purpose. It forces us to confront the possibility that 3I Atlas isn't simply reacting to environmental conditions through natural physical processes, but is actively directing energy toward a specific target, toward us. Now, I want to address something directly because I know what some of you are thinking. Michio, you're a serious scientist. Why are you entertaining these extraordinary interpretations? Why not simply admit we don't understand what's happening yet and wait for more data before drawing conclusions? And you're absolutely right to ask that question. Scientific caution represents one of our discipline's greatest strengths. But here's what I learned throughout my career studying theoretical physics. Sometimes the universe presents us with observations so fundamentally at odds with our expectations that continuing to force conventional explanations becomes more unscientific than honestly acknowledging we're witnessing something unprecedented. Let me share a historical parallel that illustrates this principle. In 1967, Jocelyn Bell Burnell discovered radio sources emitting pulses with clockwork precision, exactly 1.300.
Now, the thing that looks weird, of course, is you've got Mikiel, with one of these AI generated backgrounds. And he looks like he's superimposed onto, space like they used to do in the old days. So that makes it look, weird and AI generated. Also, he's not moving throughout the whole. How long is this video? This video is like 21 minutes long. He doesn't move his posture. He's not shifting around. There's no scratching or anything like that. And he's looking like he's reading it. Now, if it is him and he's reading it, there's a slight delay in the voice with the audio, so that's kind of like weird. Why is that happening? And his eyes are focused in one particular place, which makes it look less human because he's not speaking ad lib. He's not saying, look, this thing, in my estimation is weird because X, Y, and Z. And he's not doing normal humorisms. He's just transfixed like that and he's reading it. Okay, so if he's reading it, it's 20 minutes long. He wants to ensure that he's saying exactly what he wants to say. So lots of people, they will transcribe their speeches, and that makes it look like AI. If you can't just speak it normally from your brain, you've got to read it, and you're not focusing on the audience, you're focusing somewhere else, and then you got like a picture for a background AI generated, and you look like you're superimposed onto it. There's just so much that's wrong these days. And this is why I don't know, but I think if the world is ever going to wake up, then they are not going to be watching this stuff. They shouldn't be watching this stuff because they will never ever know whether they're speaking truth or not. It's a very, very dangerous road, and we don't know who's producing these things. And I'm thinking, like, if this isn't Mikhail Kaku, if he doesn't have any hand in this at all, then he should be suing people for libel, for pretending that they are him, and for putting words out to the world which he never said. And if it isn't his words, he would have grounds for suing because the whole world would be thinking, wow, you're into all this, alien conspiracy stuff. I thought you was a scientist. scientist, but like it said here, you know, some of you will be thinking that I'm a serious scientist, and the reason why I'm saying this is because, you know, there is no other logical explanation. Well, I wonder if there is. And so I don't know. Please, please, are there any intelligent people out there? Do you know about this stuff? Do you watch this stuff? Or do you have one finger stuck up your arsehole and the other one in your nose, and then your thumb, you're stuck your thumb for comfort? What is going on with you people? Please, put something intelligent down. Give me just a glimmer of hope for the fucking pink ape race.